Hey YouTube, so do you ever have one of those dishes that you like to make that everybody thinks is just wonderful? So they always ask you to bring it to family reunions or to parties and stuff. Well, one of mine is pecan pie. So if you like to know how to make a pecan pie, stick around. It is easy and delicious, and your relatives can start making it for themselves. You'll need one prepared pie crust. So you can roll out your own, or you can buy the frozen pie crust in aluminum tins. You'll need 3 eggs, room temperature, 1/3 cup of melted butter. Use real butter. You'll need 1 cup of corn syrup. I like light corn syrup, so 1 cup. You'll need 2/3 cup of white granulated sugar, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and you'll need 1 or more cups of pecans. You can use halves or pieces. I say the more pecans the better. I've probably put up to 2 cups in before. So let's get started. Okay, let's start with the eggs. Okay, now I do the whole thing in my stand mixer. It just makes it easier, but you can use a hand mixer if you like. But go ahead and beat those eggs up real good, and then add in the sugar and beat it, and you'll have like a creamy yellow consistency. If you overbeat it, it's not a big deal. It might just look a little different when it's baked. Go ahead and throw in the salt. Next up, go ahead and toss the corn syrup in there, and you can use a spatula to help you get all of it out of the container. One thing you could do is you can wet the container first before you pour the corn syrup in there. It's not too big of a deal. You should be able to get most of it out without wetting the container first. So get the corn syrup in there, beat it up. Corn syrup is what gives it a lot of that gooey consistency that you have underneath the pecans. Next, go ahead and add in that butter. Use real butter. It gives it a delicious flavor. And go ahead, turn it up, get it stirred up real nice and good. And again, if you overbeat it, it's not too big of a deal. Last thing you want to do is put in the pecans. You can turn it down to a stir, or you can actually turn it off and fold them in with a spatula or something. But go ahead and stir those pecans up. I use the mixer because I like it to break up those pecans just a little bit. It adds a little more flavor to the pie. All right. We're going to go ahead and pour this into our pie crust. Make sure you got all the goodness out. Now you're going to take this and you're going to put it in the oven and bake it for 40 to 50 minutes on 375. And then I will come right back with the finished results. Now that our pies are done, so we have pecan pie, and I also made a cream cheese pumpkin pie. Let's make something to top it. Okay, so what we're going to do is make some homemade whipped cream. What you'll need is some heavy whipping cream, some sugar, and what we're going to do is make a flavored whipped cream. So I have some vanilla flavor here. And because this is for Thanksgiving and holidays, I have a little bit of ground nutmeg. Okay, so let's get going. Okay, so now we're back to the KitchenAid. I'm going to pour in my heavy cream. I'm going to put on my whipping attachment. I'm going to start this into a stir. First, I'm going to go ahead and put in my sugar. And you just put in as much sugar as you like. I'm going to go ahead and put in some vanilla. And a little sprinkle of nutmeg. Now let's go ahead and crank it up to whip it. Okay, I didn't have to fast forward this, didn't have to speed it up. It's really this easy. All you do is go ahead and turn your stand mixer on your hand or your hand mixer onto a whipping speed, and you're just going to whip those ingredients until it starts to get thick and into a whipped cream form that you like to use. Okay, so just go ahead and whip it, and then we're going to go ahead and test it to see if it's where we like it. Now you want to check it to see if it's at the consistency that you want. I want it a little bit thicker. Okay, so I'm going to start it back up, whip it some more until it gets where I want it. Don't over whip it. When you over whip it, it will start to separate and turn into butter. I'll do that video soon too. That's more like it. Okay, so now you have a perfect topping for a holiday pie. Okay, so dinner's done. It's time for dessert. I have my cream cheese pumpkin pie, which is a first time recipe, and I have my pecan pie, which was in the tutorial along with the spiced whipped cream. Let's give it a try. Delicious. Thanks so much for watching.